140. And today I think we'd be back from Nova Scotia, and now I'm in my favourite little place, that's Cromer. And this is a picture of Cromer at sunrise. And the colours I've got is my usual colours, the raw sienna and the ultramarine, and the ultramarine plus burnt umber to give me a sort of a darker mix, and then a weak mix of alizarin crimson. If you want to see it on the palette, that's what it looks like. That's a mix. It's only a small piece of paper I'm using, which is about 11 by 7, so you know, that should cover that easily. Right, let's get these colours out of the way and let's start to explain what we've got, shall we? Right, in this particular picture we've got this is Cromer Pier. This is from the distance from West Runton, and Cromer Pier comes out and sticks out there, and they launch a lifeboat off the end there, and the pier runs along there, and then it comes into a bank, and then up the bank there, and then there's the Hotel de Paris just there, and then further into the town is the church, of course, and a beautiful church it is. And here we've got the cliffs, which is predominantly coming along the coast all the way to sort of West Runton, and crumbling, unfortunately, but that's the life, isn't it? This in the foreground is the seas there. There's some water there. There's some a bit of beach there, and this is pieces of flint. We get a lot of flint in our county, and they make houses of it and all sorts of it, but it's scattered on the beach as well in places. So this is what I thought. I thought we'd do a sunrise and the beautiful sunrises where we live, and let's see how we tackle it, shall we? Now this time I've got the colours mixed. I've got a number 20 brush in my hand. I've got some clean water. I'm going to put a wash on. I could have used a 2-inch splatter or 1-inch splatter to this, but this is in my hand, so I'm covering it with that. That's just a wash all over it, okay? Make sure it's wet. It's easy to miss a piece, but watch the shine. Right, I want some raw sienna in there. A bit more raw sienna than that. Get a bit more colour into it. And then I want to put a bit of this ultramarine blue at the top there. Sunrise, beautiful time. If you can get up, that's what. That's one of my big problems, getting up. Take that well at the bottom. This is the ultramarine and the burnt umber, which makes it darker at the top there. I want some alizarin crimson into this, around the horizon line there. I put a bit more, just more burnt sienna, raw sienna into there, just to get a bit more oomph. That's across here. A Let's see if we can put the sunrise coming. The sunrises, we get both sunrises and sunsets at Cromer. We're very fortunate. So let's see what happens. I'll put a sun about here, just rising. That'll do. Tidy up that side a bit. And of course the reflections of that will come down onto the beach, and that, won't it? So we'll put a bit of reflection down here. Darken that top a bit more, I think. Bring that top down more. You spend a bit of time in this guy because it's quite a large piece of your work, isn't it? But nice if we flick a touch of that alizarin crimson into there as well, just into the morning sky. On the horizon, which is about here. Darken that cloud a bit. Up there. It's starting to dry a bit now for me, so that's one good thing. I can control the colours better. That rising there. And of course we're going to get some of these colours, aren't we, in the foreground. So I'll flicker some of these darks into here, of course. Just take the wetness off there first. We can introduce some of these colours into here as well. Because what you see above is what's down below as well, isn't it? I'll get some alizarin crimson down here as well. It's a nice simple picture this for you. It's not complicated at all. There's hardly any sort of straight lines apart from putting the pier in, which you can put in with anything, but I don't want it to run like it's raining. I don't want that. Get that out of the way. Then once I get to that stage, I can try and see what we've got. I think a touch more, just a touch more path of the sunlight as it rises into the town. Right, dry it. I don't want to put one or two more flicks of colour into that at the top there. I'll try it. This is the alizarin crimson. It might not work, but I think I want to catch the sun rays as it's coming up. You see, I might get a touch into here. Soften that a little bit. Some clean water on it just to take the sharp edge off. Time to fiddle now, so stop it. Just stop it. Right, I'll put the. We'll work our way forward. I'll put the water in, which will not be very bright at this time of the day. So we'll try and see what we do with that. I've got number 6 here. Let's see if we can put that in with the ultramarine and burnt umber. Get a bit of dark on there and see how we go. I'll just test the colour first, of course. It's a bit too strong, that. So always test it. It's better to make a mistake on your piece of test paper like this than make a mistake on your painting. It's not easy to tell exactly what colour you want. Right, so we come across here. Not a lot of sea you can not a lot of sea you can see. A lot of sea that's visible, put it that way. And there's waves and that just starting to lap the shore. We've got a combination of sunrise and an incoming tide. You get a flicks of one or two of that incoming wave there as it turns over. That wave continues on down here. That's enough. You get the tide, get the surf coming in just there, so leave that blank. And there's a wave coming in there as well, which you can leave blank as well. There's surf on the top there. It just depicts a sort of some movement on the water. So we want nothing special. Right, this part here is beech, and the beech wants to be sort of this colour. This raw sienna is a lovely colour for that. But because it's not the light's not good yet, but I think we should put a touch of burnt umber into it. Let's take the colour down a bit so it's not too strong. Test it. I'm doing the beach down to here. There's rocks on the foreground, of course. I should have got a bigger brush than this. I'm fiddling. I don't like fiddling. Right, let's look at this structure here. This pier. Now the pier is a structure, and sometimes it's better, instead of just using a paint on this, use a pen, because the girders of the structure at this distance is quite difficult. But you can depict them easier with a pen. There's some supports down here which is supporting this going to the sea, and there's a housing of the lifeboat station on top there, and then there's the pier theatre on top of that. But I'll put these stanchions in. There's a sort of that's the booking office at the front there. But I'll pop these things in. Around the double structure. That's it. You might think it's cheating, but believe me, if you try and do it with a little brush, I'll show you what I mean. You get a bit bogged down. It's silhouetted against the sky. I might try and just block in the boathouse and the pier theatre. Booking office at the front, double tower there, and then you come into the cliffs and that. And I say it's silhouetted at this time in the morning. That's all you can see is. Not sure I like that brush. Let's see if I can get a better one. Try that one. This is a rigger. Catching the sun there. You get some lighter portions that side. We're just catching the sun. tower there, and another sticky up bit just here. And then the church is a similar treatment. That's the dark side, of course, which hasn't got the sunshine yet. Pop that in dark. And then the lighter side must be paler. Right, we'll tackle these cliffs next. I don't introduce using the same colours, but this time I'm going to just put some more burnt umber into the mix to make it a bluey brown, if you like, or a browny blue. Just test the colours. And the colours will come down leave some light bits where the sun's catching it. It's a sandy cliff, this, by the way, sandy cliffs, and this is why they're quite they're moving quite a lot, and when they go rusty, we lose some of the land, unfortunately, and sometimes we lose some houses. So that's how precarious it is. So the secret is you don't build near the edge, then you get more chance. Now in the foreground here, there's just a series of flint, as I said at first. So we've got to put this flint in, and it's a tedious job, but I'll edit it out, most of it, so we'll see how we go. These are flint. They're a grey colour, grey or black in places, and I'll try and put a few in so you can see what the system is. Randomly in. Whole shapes. There's some holes in. It's amazing how it happens. It must be the sea that does it, you know. But I don't know. But this is what the kind of thing that happens. All shapes and sizes, and one of the things that I've done myself is when you get a small piece of flint and then if you're careful and smash it against another one, it opens up an area which is flat and smooth, and when you touch that surface, no one's touched that for 10 million years. So it's a strange one. You're the only person that's ever touched that, and it's the kids love it, and I love it myself. You know, it's the thought that has been there for all that time and never been touched by anybody. Must be a bit childlike in me, but that's what happens. I'm telling you, it is. It really does affect it. Small pieces. catching the sun there, look, as it goes through. There's a slight slope there as the beach goes down towards the sea. So you'll see a sort of a heightening of this side. But try and make them a different shape, you know. See if I can darken some of them a bit. Same two colours, but less water. That's a bit dark in there, you see. Darken the areas. Try and darken the bits which are away from the sun. And the sun's shining directly in front of us, isn't it? Trying to get out to, it's trying to come up and make a nice day for us. It looks like it's going to be a good day, that. Big pieces, little pieces, so as big as your head. I might put a bit of dark into some of these cliffs here, just to bring it towards us a little bit. It looks a bit samey, that. Push the church back a bit. I'll darken that, that pushes that pier back a bit as well. I don't think you'd see any reflections on that pier, because it won't happen. Do we need a bit of a dark down here? I think we see if I put some burnt umber and some ultramarine. Slip a bit of a dark in here. Just anchor this foreground. They look like they're levitating. We don't want that, do we? I'm even tempted to strengthen that sky bit in the top to bring it over. It's a bit wishy-washy, and I don't do wishy-washy. Let me see, there's open number 10 somewhere. That should sort me out. Here we are, number 10. I'll darken that colour a bit. Might be wrong. It might go wrong. Let's see. But if you don't try these things, you never get anywhere. So we'll try it and see if it works. If it doesn't work, we'll top it. If it doesn't work. I'm tempted to just soften that horizon a bit. Yeah, the sunrise is coming, but it's not quite got there yet. So we're getting a flick of some of this coming across it. The knife's trying to hang on to it, but it's losing the battle. Yeah, I think that's better. I think it's better. I might darken that sea a little bit as well. I got a bit wishy-washy this morning. I don't know why. We'll see. I don't know. I'll leave it now. I'm starting to mess about now, and that's wrong. Definitely wrong. You start messing. Do I need a figure in this, I wonder? Two tiny figures on it. I think that'll help. Yeah. Just two tiny figures. A tiny figure brush. So we'll see where we can pop them in. I think they'll probably just here walking near the beach, but they'll be tiny. They've got to be tiny because it's a long distance. Stick them in just here. Hardy souls. this time in the morning. I'll put a third one in somewhere because that's got to be small. If I put it there small, so I better put it here and make it a bit bigger. Give me a chance. Put my dog down here. We've got to have a dog, haven't we? I mean, he's on the beach with the dog first thing in the morning. That'll do. I'm starting to fiddle. Perhaps a little touch of shadow now, just a touch of shadow. Whether we get shadow in the no, I'm messing about. No. Stop messing about and accept what you've got, good or bad. I'll just close that down a bit, folks, so you can see what we've got when it's tidied up a little bit. So that's Cromer Beach and pier at sunrise. So I'm looking at that. I want to tidy that church up a bit. It's just a bit wonky on that side. That's better. That'll do that. Right, I was fiddling. So I hope you've enjoyed that one, folks. It's close to my home. I live about a mile from this scene, and people come down year after year and enjoy it. It's a lovely spot, and I shouldn't promote it really, because I get more people in. That's less room for us, isn't it? But we'll just put a bit of tush in there. Stop. Right, folks, that's it for today. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I always enjoy painting my local town. And if you did, give us a like and a subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one, which is 141 next. So until then, folks, bye-bye.